And we are going live. Welcome everyone back to another episode of Nerdsters of the Universe. I'm Kerwin.
I'm Pizza.
And tonight we're gonna
welcome everyone back to
talk
another episode of
we'll get rid of the echo. Sorry guys. We'll talk the finale of Falcon and Winter Soldier and overall in the show. I don't know if Pizza's seen it. Have you watched Mortal Kombat yet?
Yes, I have.
Kombat, so there's going to be some spoilers tonight on both of those. Fair warning. I should have put that in the description. I'll have to toss it in there later. And then just other nerd talk that might come up. I mean, got finds. I found some stuff at auction I'm going to try to get tomorrow. He's got some finds he got, and overall, we're good to go.
Yeah.
All right, Pizza. I got to know, what was your take on the season finale? Series finale, whatever you want to call it.
The biggest spoiler for me was the I liked it overall. The big spoiler alert for me. Yeah. I'll tell everybody, I didn't like that they made her the bad guy.
What, you mean what I called last week?
Yeah, I the power broker. I was like, oh, I kind of knew. I knew, but I was like, that kind of sucks. You know, just
did they make her a bad guy though?
She's the power broker. Come on.
She's the power broker, but did they make Agent Carter? Did they make Sharon a bad guy?
Yeah, I think. Well, but especially because she shot. That girl was about to start talking there too, and she ended up shooting her just to make sure she didn't say nothing. It looked like.
Yeah, but. Was it Sharon? Hey, Deborah, welcome. Was it Sharon, though? See, that's the question. We've got Secret Invasion coming up within the next few years. We've already had Nick Fury and Mariah Hill or whatever. Agent Hill. We've already had them replaced by Skrulls. It's highly possible Sharon Carter was replaced by Skrull. It's possible. Not saying it is.
I'm not possible. With Marvel, there's always a twist somewhere in there.
There is. They can play it however they want to play it. If too many people are upset that Sharon went bad, I'm sure they can turn around and be like, she's a Skrull. Got something. Zinger.
I liked his Captain America suit, especially the Falcon into it.
So freaking accurate to the comic. I mean, it was like beautiful. Just book to screen, just amazing.
Yep. They got Bucky on the right track. He finished his book. And
really sad.
Yeah, I mean they did it really well too. I mean I didn't
like the runtime. I mean I was expecting something long, but it was only like 40 minutes if that. And I'm like, I want another long one like last week.
Really? I thought it was a little longer than that, but
no, it was only like 40-something minutes. It was like 48 minutes, but then you got credits on there.
Yeah, they had I liked a lot of the stuff, especially how they did the tribute to the other American super soldier there.
Oh, yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, they did that. That turned out really good, too. I think it gave a good message all the way around, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it was one of those
what's
things.
What's going on today, and, you know, you're still worth fighting for the country.
People talk about retcons, and the way the MCU was going, one of the biggest travesties of it was Isaiah wasn't in the mix.
Right.
They skipped the whole Isaiah Captain America life, and then to be able to retcon him and put him in there, it was awesome, because not only was it like a tribute to his character in the show. In the MCU, it was sort of also a tribute to his character overall.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's the other thing I think is awesome about it. They could totally make that movie.
Oh yeah, definitely.
They could totally have Isaiah versus Bucky, you know, like, or it could just be something completely different. And Bucky show up, you know, have a little cameo about when they met.
Yeah, they already like how they posted at the end, coming soon, Captain America 4.
Yeah.
You know, the new Captain America with you know, him as Captain America.
Mm-hmm. Sam, so, yeah.
Yes, Sam is gonna.
Rumor I read, not sure it's true, but I read a rumor that Chris Evans is going to be in it.
Really?
That's what I heard. Not 100%. The rumor, but I just saw how Zemo got the last laugh when it came to the super soldiers.
Yeah, they're all gone. They got him. I still play it. I still play the little Zemo dancing.
Well, and that's the thing. Like again, I know I sound like a broken record to the 3 people that watch our live over and over again. No, I'm kidding. The MCU Zemo to me doesn't feel like a villain.
No,
and he just doesn't, because he sees a problem and he tries fixing it the wrong way.
Yeah,
he tried fixing it the wrong way.
Well,
it's still bad that he had his butler blow up the super soldiers, but still, it's like you still have a hard time hating the guy.
Yeah, I think there was a little bit of the Hydra. Oh my God, in there. See, at the end, like from the end, where she kept hinting, did she have it done? Didn't she? Didn't she? Did she? When she was talking to U.S. Agent.
She didn't. That's her character.
I know, but
that's her character. But I love the direction they're going with that.
Yeah,
and he does an amazing job as U.S. Agent. I don't care what anybody says.
I was surprised that I didn't realize that was Kurt Russell's son. Because I remember reading an article that had him on it, and I'm like, why doesn't he want to do? Because they were going to remake Escape from New York.
New York, yeah.
He wasn't sure if he wanted to be Snake Plissken like his dad. And I was like, get out. Look at that. And then when you find out it's his dad, then you can kind of look at him and say, all right, I see it. And you look at it.
Look at him and be like, that's Kate Hudson's brother? What?
Yeah. I don't know.
But yeah, he looks, but someone would turn around and, say that he's Goldie Hawn's son. You're like, oh, yeah, definitely. Like, he got a lot of his mom's looks.
You could see the eyes and the mouth and everything, Kurt Russell. When you look at him, you can see if you put that long hair on him, he could be his father. He got long,
Not completely. He doesn't have the jaw. He doesn't have.
No, he's got like a weirder, wider thing.
He's got Goldie Hawn's jaw. Like his overall facial is Goldie Hawn. It's weird. Like you would imagine those mashup pictures, where it like takes a guy and a girl and puts them together to try to make something. That's what you could imagine it looking like. Goldie Hawn, Kurt Russell mashup.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But no, I thought it was. I loved the show. Loved it. I mean, it is. I liked it better than WandaVision, and I loved WandaVision.
I liked WandaVision, but I have to say there was a lot more action in this. It was a little more. I don't want to say done better. I just want to say written differently. It was just
it had more depth.
Yeah.
WandaVision spent the first 4 episodes building up and making you question what the hell is going on. There wasn't much depth. And then, like, the last few episodes, they dove into some depth. But this one, Falcon and Winter Soldier dove into depth immediately. Like, it was instantly, what problems do the people who came back had? What problems do the heroes have from it? What problems do they have with their families? What problems would someone who was a villain coming back as a hero? Those different situations, they were just like, let's hit them head on.
Yeah. We had I don't know why my computer's doing weird
I don't know.
Stuff there. I don't know.
I thought you were just having some sort of strobe party going on or something.
Yeah, I wish. But
you have a red alert going on over there?
Not me.
One.
They had what was
there you
it?
go, stopped. Nope, now it didn't.
Beats me. Anyway. Yeah, I mean there was twice as many episodes. Well, more episodes of WandaVision too than there were of this one, and they still managed. I think they still covered more in less episodes in this one than they did in WandaVision altogether.
They it seems like they did. There weren't twice as many. There were only 2 episodes more. There were 6.
I thought there were 9 of WandaVision.
There were 6 of Falcon and Winter Soldier and 8 of WandaVision. They always talked about that Phantom 9th episode, but it never happened.
Oh, okay. I remember something about 999, and then
So
kind of did weird on me.
Remember when I asked, well, what's going on with Rowdy? Why isn't Rowdy in it? Where's War Machine throughout it? I remembered they are going to come out with his show. I don't know when, but it's the Armor Wars.
Okay.
So it would make sense to me. Okay, that's another thing that's going on because I love how it's playing out like comic books now.
Yeah,
we're getting these shows of we had this big event, and now we're getting these individual shows of what's going on with these characters, and it's not all trying to build up to another big event completely. It's showing where these characters are going, and then we can, we get the climax of that.
Okay.
Another one. What does Val know about the multiverse? What does Val know about Doctor Strange 2?
Yeah, not much.
What do you know?
She knows more than we let on, I think, sometimes.
Well, if you recall that one line, there was one line when she was talking to U.S. Agent, she looked at him and she's like, you better get ready. Things are going to get weird.
True.
You say things are going to get weird, and the next shows we've got are the Eternals, Spider-Man, No Way Home, and Multiverse of Madness. Well, the Eternals, I'm assuming, is going to be some sort of prequel or whatever's going on in space now to set up for the next phase. Mm-hmm. But then we're going to have No Way Home and Multiverse of Madness solely, like those two look complete and totally like they're going to be straight multiverse shows. Like No Way Home sounds like some sort of multiverse show. It wouldn't, it sounds like he's going to get sent off to another dimension or another universe.
It just seems to me like Marvel, the MCU, and the DCU are like doing this multiverse thing to see who can do it better or different or something. Everybody's jacking into the multiverse, it seems like.
They always have. The comics did that. Like, if you recall, you being a DC fan,
yeah,
there's a DC superhero group called Guardians of the Universe.
Yeah.
And Marvel has Guardians of the Galaxy.
In the 90s too, there was a comic book crossover too with the Marvel universe and the DC universe.
Yeah.
So they can do it. It just seems how they're going to do it.
Well, like I said, they both. But it would be, my thoughts are that it wouldn't be justice to a lot of the characters if one of them decided, we're not going to do multiverse because the other one is.
Yeah.
What's up, J-Rob?
Hey.
How's it going? J-Rob's here. The party can start. Ashley said hi.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to, our loyal fans, we have to do something for our fans here coming up soon. Deborah's always here every week. Jen's here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And for we got everything coming out, and they got the new shows coming out, and it just seems like both MCU and DCU seem to be stepping up their games a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
What they're doing on stuff. I read the article about the Flash movie the other day, where they were showing Michael Keaton in the bat suit again, and I'm like, And
that was where DC Warner Brothers turned around. I was like, okay, what can we do to get people back on board? And there's got to be someone sitting in that boardroom that was like, hey, the Arrowverse did the multiverse crossover, and it worked out really well for their TV shows.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as we were done with that, now they're going downhill because they're all leaving. But it worked out really well for them. You're wanting to change things up. Well, why don't we do multiverse?
Yeah,
it's just like, it had to have been that way because if Keaton wasn't going to sign on, they were going to go to Bale. They had already made the decision that if Keaton wasn't going to sign on, they were going to go to Christian Bale. But you got to look at who else would they have gone to. Val Kilmer can't play Batman anymore.
No.
Sadly, he doesn't have the voice for it because medical.
Yeah.
And I don't think anybody wants to see Clooney suit up, not even him.
No, I don't think he was really thrilled with that. I think he did it to have some fun back in the day, and now I think it's just okay, one and done kind of thing and over.
Like they were because they wanted to go with the cinematic side. Honestly, with me, if it would have been, Michael Keaton said no, who do we go to? Who would you go to, Pizza?
I still go with Affleck. Affleck.
No, Affleck's already in there because he's part of the current established universe. So if you're going to go with a multiverse Batman within the realm of the Batmans we have, who would you go with if Keaton didn't sign on?
It would have to be Bale because he's the only one really left. I refuse to acknowledge the other one.
Adam West is gone unless you have a way to do necromancy. He can't come back.
Yeah, West can't come back. Keaton would be the one I wanted. Him and Affleck. Bale, but I refuse to acknowledge the other guy until I watch, Conway is the answer, but he should be the voice.
Yes.
Conroy is the one that should be the voice of Batman. He'll always be the voice of Batman.
Yes. And that's what I'm saying. If Keaton didn't do it, Conroy should have been next up, not Bale.
But I don't think Conroy is really... I saw him in the multiverse with the crossover on CW. He's great for the voice. I don't know how he would be as Batman. You know what I mean?
Stop typecasting the dude. Give him a chance.
I'm not. I'm just saying.
Give him a chance.
I'm sure he's got range for his own thing, but I mean, I just know I'm going to be. I keep saying it. I refuse to acknowledge, Patman. But I keep saying, but I have a feeling he's going to do good.
I think it's all up to the director with him. It's
the more I see, the more I see.
Bill, CGI, sir. Yeah. How much crap has Rogue One gotten because of Peter Cushing CGI, Princess Leia CGI? Heck, even the season finale of season 2 Mandalorian, so many people threw a fit because of the CGI de-aging they did on Mark Hamill. CGI Hamill. Like, it's a fine line. Give it another 5 or so years, we'll be right there. But so
I think it's a little. The CGI is okay, but it's not quite there yet.
No, it's not.
It's close, but not.
I think one thing that would really be good for the CGI use in those films would be to use them in walk-by shots, larger shots.
Yeah.
Sort of like how you use stunt doubles. If you're making Rogue One, we didn't really need a close-up of Moff Tarkin. We didn't need that close-up. It could have just been in the background type thing.
Like they did in
episode 3, at the end of episode 3, when they're standing there and the Death Star is being built.
Yeah.
It wasn't him. It was completely
it was a younger version. It was somebody else, but
in your head,
what it was.
In your head, you didn't turn around and go, "That's not Peter Cushing."
Yeah. And for Jen, CGI is computer graphic imagery, I think it's called.
Yes.
Yeah, it's they can take like a mold and take pictures of someone else and they added it. I don't know the whole process. I'm not a computer guy, but it's just taking the computer and putting stuff in there,
So here we go. All right. Let's say we're going to do a CGI movie. Or a live action movie with CGI actors.
Yeah, I like how they say
Bring it in.
CGI.
Let's redo Batman vs. Superman with Adam West and George Reeves.
George Reeves, okay. That would be some stuff. Even with Christopher Reeves, I'd like to see that too.
Yeah, but if you're gonna do Adam, I was always disappointed I didn't get to see a Christopher Reeves,
Adam West type movie.
No, a Christopher Reeves. Said his name 5 times already. He's one of my favorite actors. Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton. Okay.
Yeah, that would have been cool. I'm talking. We're gonna go back to '66. Let's just stay in that golden age comic book TV.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So
yeah. Speaking of my latest find, I showed you.
Yep.
Superman: The War Years. My big book here. I've already started going through it, and it's like I'm a little kid going through it, giggling through the whole thing, reading it. Like, yeah, we haven't. It's called Ollie's up here, and they have every now and then they have like a section of like graphic novels and comic books and books like this, because this is a hardback book.
Yeah,
and I just go through them like a little kid going through candy. I swear to God, I'm going through them to see what it is. I got a lot of Catwoman graphic novels and stuff, Batman and Catwoman and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And oh yeah, it's some good stuff in there.
I'm trying to grab something real quick. On here.
Yeah, you were talking like the original Golden Age of Superman.
This is in a lot worse condition than the one that's going to be in the auction tomorrow.
Still, that right there is going to be that's almost like a grail there.
This is in a lot worse condition than the one that's going to be in auction tomorrow. Like I said, it doesn't. I grabbed this one because it doesn't have the dust cover.
Right.
And the one that's in auction tomorrow doesn't have the dust cover. But that is what I am going to try to go after tomorrow. This is the same house that has that Superman #2 that's going to go online.
I know. Yeah, I got my Golden Age Superman shirt on today. I'm ready, going all old school today. That was what I liked about the Superman and Lois, the new one that they do.
Mm-hmm.
The very first episode, they showed him when he was coming out as Superman. He had the original logo on and stuff, and I was like, all right, look at that. There you go.
Yeah, call back. Can't wait for that show to come back. I'm sorry I haven't watched Supergirl because I'm kind of like a season behind on it. I'm apologizing for missing Supergirl, but whatever.
I started to watch it. My son watched it, and when they made it look like the villain was basically Ben Shapiro through the whole one season, I'm just like, all right, if they're going to get political, regardless of what side of the aisle you're on, I try to stay out of that. Occasionally I do on Facebook. I post a lot of stuff on Facebook.
Yeah,
I do it because there's more like people that I know that just get so ruffled and so I just do it to piss them off. But
stir the pot. Yeah, no, I get you. I get you. No, I get that. With me, it wasn't so much that. It's just it felt so recycled.
Yeah. Although
the shows they can get political. Look at Stargirl. Stargirl got political and then got funny about it. Like, oh, they're wanting to do this, this, and this, and this. Are you sure we're not the bad guys?
Yeah, I like Stargirl.
It doesn't matter what they're wanting to do. It's how they're doing it.
And I'll say it until the end of until we're too old to do these episodes, John Cryer is still the best Lex Luthor I've seen in a long time.
John Cryer is an amazing Lex Luthor.
I like Gene Hackman. I mean, a little quirky on the Lex Luthor part, but John Cryer does.
Gene Hackman's problem with being Lex Luthor is he was written complete and totally wrong. Yes. It was just written as BS. He's some super genius real estate agent. What?
I know.
I'm going to destroy this so I can get some real estate. And
yeah, they never made him. He wasn't.
When Kevin Spacey, reprised the character of Superman Returns. It's like, yeah, let's continue the real estate thing. Like, I'm going to go and take over Superman's stuff. Why? So I can create more land. Who cares if it destroys the Earth? I'll have prime land to sell and make a fortune off of.
Like, yeah, they didn't make him the executive billionaire corporate that he should have been. They made him like this in hiding criminal guy that we got to find. Yeah,
lives in a basement bunker type thing, and LexCorp isn't even a big known thing type stuff.
And I don't know. I don't care how secretly you are or how good you are to build that kind of place underneath Park Avenue. Come on. With a pool and and all the equipment and everything.
Well, he's good with land.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, I guess Bill got all the yays he wanted. Apparently now we're going to get a CGI Adam West.
I'd like to see, I could see that. I still like Adam West going, even on Big Bang Theory with Sheldon's birthday. Happy birthday, Sherman. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm the best Batman. I never had to say I'm Batman.
I'm Batman, yeah. And all these guys with muscles built into their suit. Mine was 100% grade A West. You know?
Yeah. And then when he turns around, he's like, well, if you're not taking me into the mix, Michael Keaton. Keaton's number one.
Yeah.
It goes on.
That Bale, that pretty boy Bale. You call him the pretty boy Bale.
Yeah, you're talking about pretty boy Bale.
My poodles know he's not even. Yeah, yeah, they kind of dogged on that. I mean, Affleck surprised me. I know he was a good actor, and I think he's underappreciated in a lot of stuff.
Oh, he's completely underappreciated.
And I thought he was great. And I know
Daredevil would have been amazing if they had better choreography and a better director and tweaked the script. I think the script was decent overall as a plot, but obviously the dialogue needed a lot of tweaking. I mean, the script needed some tweaking, but the directing was horrid. The choreography was just god awful. And I mean, that's where the two main problems were.
I know they have the petition online to get the Ben Affleck Batman movie, done.
Restore the Snyderverse, yeah.
Not
well, the thing is Affleck said there's two things that would bring him back to do Batman. One, a buttload of money, and two, restoring the Snyderverse. Callie, get down. You don't need
you don't need I signed it. I'd love to see a full solo Batman Batfleck,
Oh yeah. It's sad we didn't get one, because that would be epic. Who would you pick for a villain, the main villain in a solo Batfleck movie?
I would probably try a better Joker. I mean, I still want to see. I mean, I like Jack Nicholson as the Joker. He wasn't like a mix between him and.
We're mixing them up, J-Rob.
If they did a mix between Jack Nicholson and Heath Ledger, like Heath Ledger, I think was dark enough for comic book Joker. Like he was the comic book Joker right there. And I love Jack Nicholson and everything he does. But I just think he had the crazy down. But I'd like to see him do the Joker better, in it. I mean, Scarecrow, okay. I don't know who you could really do for the Riddler anymore. I mean, Jim Carrey did a cool, an okay Riddler, but he looked like he was trying to be the Joker too much as the Riddler.
See, if I were going to see a live action midlife Batman movie starring Ben Affleck, and I say midlife meaning that it's not year one and it's not Dark Knight Rises,
right?
Or Dark Knight Returns. I'm
like
talking
an established Batman,
an established in the mix of it Batman. Nightwing, Robin's growing up, he's Nightwing. Maybe you've got a Damian Wayne Robin running around with them, or
fighting Red Hood
around that time frame.
Yeah,
as far as the main villain for Batman to have at that point, I would like to see Two-Face done properly. We didn't get a full Two-Face in the Dark Knight trilogy. We only got 5 minutes of him. And Tommy Lee Jones' Two-Face was not Two-Face. That was the Joker dressed up as Two-Face.
I would
like to see a full. Because you could have that dynamic between Ben Affleck's Bruce Wayne and the fallout or whatever, the relationship he had with Harvey Dent. Bruce Wayne and Harvey Dent. And then the way Affleck can portray Batman and show, you watch Batman versus Superman, you can tell there's a history with Batman. We didn't have to have 20 movies showing us what happened to Batman.
Right.
But we could tell, oh, crap, Robin died. He's been through so much crap, he wants to be done with it. He's done. Like, he's at the breaking point. And he brought that out and showed it. And then when you watch Justice League, either version, you've got you've got the Whedon Justice League with Dickhead Batman, where he's a little bit more optimistic, but he's still kind of a dick. And then you've got the Snyder Justice League, where he's a lot more Bruce Wayne. He's still reserved. He's still, no, we need to do it this way and that way. But he also believes in himself a lot more. Like he found himself back somewhat. And I would like to see a Ben Affleck Bruce Wayne battling a comic accurate Two-Face.
Okay. I mean, I know there's a couple movies they did in comic form, the animated movies that I'd like to see live action. Even The Killing Joke, for as dark as that was, that would be good. But I like Gotham by Gaslight, too. That was a good concept on it. That was like a good twist on the whole Batman thing, and that was, that was done really pretty well.
Or if you totally wanted to have a good Ben Affleck Batman movie, make Azrael the antagonist. It'd be kind of cool.
I would love to see that Azrael Batman armor in live action.
Yeah, I know a lot of people are cringing. A lot of people that are older than me are going, 90s Batman? That was a horrible decade for Batman. I loved Batman in the 80s and 90s. To me, it was so much darker than it was before, and that's the Batman I love. I love the dark, gritty Batman. I mean, the 70s dove into it a little bit, but it wasn't until the late 80s and in the 90s that it got dark. I mean, that's what brought us Dark Knight Returns, Batman Year One, The Killing Joke. That mentality, that build-up is what brought us that. Yeah, now granted, 90s Superman, but 90s Batman, I loved it.
I mean, in the 90s, you had Dean Cain, on TV as Superman.
Well, I love me some Lois and Clark New Adventures of Superman.
I did too. And Bill, I know you're joking, but Batfleck and Eggman, oh my God. That's your boy, Vincent Price. Eggman was Vincent Price in the show back in the day.
Yep.
King Tut, Mad Hatter, all those guys on the show. That would have been, oh my God. All right, let's see.
Here's another one for you. While we're still talking Batfleck Batman.
Okay.
Who do you think would be the best Catwoman in the Snyderverse, in that Snyderverse?
Let's see.
Batfleck Batman.
I thought Anne Hathaway could have did better. I like Anne Hathaway, but I don't think she was Catwoman.
She was Catwoman in the Dark Knight trilogy.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, I wasn't crazy about her particular Catwoman. The girl from Gotham looked like she could have started doing it because she had that Michelle Pfeiffer vibe going on there for a while.
She did, but I'm talking the Snyderverse. You got to think age. We can't have a 20-year-old Catwoman running around with a 45-year-old Batman.
I know.
It doesn't work well for the story.
I would say put Michelle Pfeiffer back in. She's got, she's still a little ageless. She could pull herself together.
You know who I would like to see tackle the Catwoman in the Batfleck universe?
Who's that?
And I know that it sounds horrible, but everybody thought it was horrible for Michelle Pfeiffer to be Catwoman. Even though she was really hot, they were like, really? She's going to play Selena Kyle? And I think she's got the acting chops to do it. Charlize Theron.
I could see that. She's pretty well rounded in what in all the different stuff she's done. I mean, come on, she's gone from Aeon Flux to A Million Ways to Die in the West, and just got everything in between.
But she just did that other comic book movie on Netflix. What was the name of it? Come on, Pizza, help me out here.
I know exactly which one you're talking about. Old Guard.
Yeah, the Old Guard. Like, I mean, I think she would be a decent Selena Kyle in the Snyderverse.
Yeah.
As long as the character's written well, too. I mean, because she can act. And she's played the bad guy in Alien Covenant. Or not Alien, Prometheus, sorry. Prometheus.
Yeah.
She played the bad guy in Prometheus. She can do both.
See, that's what we're getting with a lot of the movies we're getting. They're writing the characters wrong. Like Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman was not, Catwoman is not a secretary to some psycho man and they did her wrong.
Yeah, but at the time, I mean, look what they did to Penguin.
No, I know.
Batman Returns. It's sad when Batman Returns is the better film out of the Batman sequels. Well, again, I don't consider Batman Forever and Batman and Robin sequels to the 89 Batman because they don't share the same. They don't take place in the same world. I mean, you go from 1990s cars to 1950s cars. Gotham looks completely different. Somebody going and rebuild it. I mean, granted, yeah, we got a couple of the same actors, but at the same time, multiverse, they can look the same.
Yeah.
And now we know that it's not going to be because DC released that Batman 89 series in comic form that was sort of a sequel to Batman Returns. And now we're getting Batman 89 Batman in The Flash.
I mean, I didn't like the George Clooney or Val Kilmer ones with when you got them flying helicopters through big neon eyes and chasing Mr. Freeze across the arm of a statue in the middle of whatever that was supposed to be.
It was way too, like, seriously, Joel Schumacher probably sat down and was like, I mean, he butted heads with Burton in both the previous Batman films, butted heads with Keaton in them. It's like all he wanted to do was make a flashier, updated version of Adam West's Batman.
And he failed miserably. Even that, I would have even settled for a campy Adam West style Batman as opposed to what he put out. Yeah, I mean, I still watch him and I like him.
Holy rusty metal, Batman.
Yeah. What? And he's like, what?
It's metal.
I think they could have did more with Chris O'Donnell. I thought he would have been a good Robin back then.
Yeah,
they would have worked with him a little better. They started out with him pretty good. And
honestly, the casting, with the exception of Mr. Freeze, wasn't too bad. And Two-Face. I'm sorry, Billy D. Williams should have been Two-Face.
Yeah,
come on, Schumacher, that was stupid.
There,
you already had this character there. But yeah, Bill, that's why I enjoy Returns, is because it was Tim Burton making a sequel to his Batman movie. Yeah. He wasn't going, okay, let's do another Batman comic book revamp. No, he was going, this is what I've started. This is how I'm going to continue it. And I enjoyed it. I mean, come on, who you got Batman with Christopher Walken in it? How awesome is that?
I know. I like Christopher Walken.
The movie, the actors carry the movie. Like that movie could have been written like Batman and Robin. But because of the cast, it's like,
man,
okay, I've got Michael Keaton, Danny DeVito, Christopher Walken, Billy D. Williams, Michelle Pfeiffer. What am I going to complain about?
Right. You have Christopher Walken have a killer cowbell.
Throws her out the window. I told you I need more cowbell.
Let's see. Warner Brothers was trying anything. Yeah. Warner Brothers tried too much to merchandise back in those days. And everything was, they didn't even have the movie out, and I think there were already toys for it back then.
Yeah, but that's the messed up part. They were trying too much to merchandise for toys, but the toys from 89 Batman were epic.
Oh, yeah.
I remember going out and buying that die-cast, Hot Wheels, Matchbox, whatever brand it was. It may have been ERTL or whatever.
Yeah.
But that die-cast Batmobile, I had like 4 of them, and I mean, I couldn't do anything with them now because I was a kid,
Yeah.
I say kid, I was, 7 years old. So, yeah, I was a kid. I tore the crap. That was Batman. He solved crime, and his cars had to jump, and sometimes the other ones would beat him up. But oh man, just the cars, and then they had the Batwing and all kinds of stuff.
And growing up, I mean, I was Batman for Halloween for years, but back then it was the Adam West Batman, and the Keaton 89 was the first year I went to a Halloween party. I went to the costume store.
Mm-hmm.
When they had that really good, I spent I was in the Navy then, but my age, but I spent like $400 for that Keaton Batman costume. I still have the cowl and everything downstairs, the rubber chest.
It was all based. Like, I remember, the first movie I owned as a person, like actually owned, was 89 Batman. when that movie was coming out on VHS, every time I was asked, "What do you want for Christmas?" Batman.
Yeah.
I mean, I was in the theater when I watched it, and my parents were like, "I don't know if you should be watching this because it was gritty, it was dark for a 7-year-old."
Yeah.
Oh, I ate it up. I loved that movie so much. And yeah, when that VHS was there, and they're like, "I don't know, it's $35. I'm not sure if I'm gonna buy that." I got that movie for Christmas. It was one of the best Christmas presents I ever got. Like,
I remember we saw it late because I was stationed in Okinawa then when that came out in '89, and me and my buddies on the base, bunch of grown men. The minute they announced when Batman was coming to the base movie theater, we were hopping around like little kids again for that too. We're like, "It's coming, it's coming, it's coming, it's Batman," And because we had the Superman movies, and I loved Christopher Reeves as Superman, but I think they were starting to run out of steam and ideas for them after a while. You
mean after Superman 2?
Yeah. Then we saved.
I think once Richard Pryor becomes a villain, you've run out of steam and ideas.
Yeah. When you're fighting Richard Pryor in one and then getting rid of all the nuclear weapons in the next one, come on. All the nuclear weapons in the world in one big steel net in space and thrown into the sun.
And then they had nearly 20 years to make a different sequel, and they were like, "Oh, we'll just make Lex Luthor trying to do a land grab again."
Yeah. You caught that too, huh?
Well, and at the same time, it's like, oh, Lex Luthor doing another land grab. Like, I'm sorry. After the first Superman movie, it's kind of hard to watch Superman not win because all he has to do is fly back in time.
Well, when they did that movie, they made Superman kind of a whiny little bitch. Even though I liked Brandon Routh as Superman, I think he was.
Oh yeah.
But they made him a little too whiny and too melancholy and everything.
Creepy. I'll just look out here outside her window, staring in.
Yeah, look at her house. I'm like, all right, they turned Superman into a peeping Tom, and Lex Luthor for another land grab with kryptonite or whatever.
Yeah.
And if you're going to try and kill Superman with something, it's supposed to be, it is not supposed to be from a big landmass of kryptonite. It is supposed to be, and I don't even want to call it what it is because that, and when they tried to turn him from Zod to, when they turned Zod into the monster. But I digress.
Yeah, like I said, they've all made their mistakes, but they want to go their different direction. I look at them as a multiverse. It's just like there's comic book runs out there I'm not fans of. They change it up, switch it up. It is what it is. One thing I don't like, though, is when they do things like what they were trying to do with Superman Returns, is they were basically going, oh, Superman 3 and Superman 4, they weren't anything.
Yeah, let's
Superman
go
Returns is a sequel to Superman 2, and we're not going to, they were there.
Restore the Donnerverse,
Yeah. It wasn't like the Batman 3 or Batman Forever and Batman and Robin, where the entire world was different. It was.
That was a lot of neon.
Yeah, but it fit. Everything made sense throughout. And they're just like, well, people didn't like them, so we're going to forget about them. I'm like, no, just redeem them.
Yeah.
You can redeem things. Like if you wanted to turn around and make, like when Daredevil didn't hit big, they still could have made a sequel and redeemed it. But instead of making a redeeming sequel to Daredevil, we get another grave for Elektra.
Yeah.
like why didn't Daredevil work? I think it was Elektra. What? Make another Elektra? Okay, we'll make an Elektra movie. No.
I know this conversation is just gonna. This is the one that gets us through the frustrating part of the, because just with everything that Schumacher and everybody else did wrong, in our opinion.
Oh, I couldn't stand. The only thing I watched that Schumacher did that I enjoy is Phantom of the Opera. Everything else, I'm just like, really? What?
All right, so let's switch gears and let's see. What do you think of Mortal Kombat?
Talking about remakes, Mortal Kombat. Okay, I'm torn.
Here we go.
I'm torn because I loved it.
Yeah.
But it annoyed me.
Really?
Yes.
There was a few parts of it that I found, that we sat there and watched it and we're like, what? What happened?
I didn't have any of the what happened thoughts watching it. It just, I enjoyed the story. It felt more, I have yet to be able to finish the animated Mortal Kombat movie they released last year.
Which one, the Scorpion one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't been able to finish it because every time I try to watch it, kids come in, they're like, ooh, cartoon. I'm like, no, not your kind of cartoon.
Yeah, not yours.
But it seemed like more like a live action adaptation of that. So it was kind of like, really, we get a live action Mortal Kombat movie and you're going to do an adaptation of an animated movie that you released a year earlier?
Yeah.
Not even a full year. But again, I loved the fighting sequences. I loved the fatalities and how they did them. I hate pointless gore in movies, but it's a Mortal Kombat movie with fatalities. It's got to have gore.
Yeah, you expect
it. And I loved that. Where I got annoyed, and this takes me back, I think of the 90s Mortal Kombat. Was it 94?
Yeah.
95 or whatever?
Yeah, 94.
Where when they said finish him, it made sense. Shinsao or whatever going finish him, or or when his person went, he'd go flawless victory. Like it made sense. And in this one, it's like Kung Lao. Yeah, Kung Lao throws his hat down and does that awesome fatality, and then brings it back and goes flawless victory.
Yeah, like, if you would have said,
shut up, dude.
Said fatality or something, that would have been a little different. But
but the thing was, they all said it like they basically said it themselves, or they said it for their teammate. It's like it didn't fit. The one-liners that you could have, as the 94 Mortal Kombat showed, you could have those one-liners in there. It didn't fit with that. Aside from that, I loved it, and I can't wait to see another one, especially if they're going to do it as an actual Mortal Kombat style.
Yeah, that's what one of the things that got me is it wasn't really Mortal Kombat. There was no tournament part. It was just them trying to sneak around the rules,
Well, it didn't have to be, because in the games, which Mortal Kombat was it? There was a Mortal Kombat game that wasn't really tournament. It was Raiden sent. It was a game that was solely dedicated to.
I think it was three or four back in the day, like one of the machine ones.
It was solely dedicated to Kung Lao and
Liu Kang.
Liu Kang, solely dedicated to them. Raiden sent them to Outworld, and they to do something. So there was an entire game of them of you fighting in Outworld.
Yeah,
were them two. So the games have ventured away from being straight up Mortal Kombat. And it'd be kind of hard. It's the 10th. That this is the final battle. If you lose Earth. If you win, you save Earth. You do a movie on that. When it's over, how do you come back? You're going to get people giving you the never-ending story treatment.
Yeah, you're already on, like, the games were on, like, 11,
Yeah.
XL
and again, I mean, the 94 Mortal Kombat is such a cult classic that they turned around and made 11, where they brought the actors back in.
Yeah.
The voicing. It was
the skin packs
so much.
Yeah, my son loved that game. I loved it too. I still play it.
Exactly. We got Annihilation. Annihilation's the one that's on HBO Max. We don't have the old Mortal Kombat on HBO Max. Come on, HBO, really?
I know. I bought them.
I gotta watch it on Peacock. I gotta watch it on Peacock. I had it on DVD. You can ask Bill. I had all those DVDs. I sold them all. I needed to pay rent years ago.
I remember those
1,000 DVDs.
Yeah, I still got I have a lot of movies.
But Christopher Lambert as Raiden was amazing then. But this new cast, oh man.
Well, I watched did you watch the little featurettes that went along with the movie?
No, I haven't sat down and watched
the two guys they were saying Sub-Zero and Scorpion, the two actors that are real martial artists for those two.
Mm-hmm.
the director had to tell them to slow down. They were too fast for the camera.
That's a common thing with that too. Jet Li had that issue.
Yeah.
Jet Li had that issue numerous times where he'd have to slow down.
And it's funny, the girl that played Sonya Blade is actually Australian. And how I would have said she was American from day one. And especially when she's picking on Kano, where she calls him mate at the end. Like, yeah. And she's, Australian.
I saw a meme that had me busting up. It said the actor who played Kano's recovering from back surgery from having to carry the whole movie on it. Because he did. He did really. He didn't carry it. They all did well. I was like,
I wasn't crazy about Liu Kang's character.
No, but that's because
he had a little
because the last live action Liu Kang we got was badass.
Yeah, he was. Even in the
94 Liu Kang was badass. I mean, not only was he badass, he did a lot of the choreography. He's a huge martial artist.
Yeah.
He turned around and became the main choreography for the second one. Even though he wasn't in the second movie, he did the choreography for it. Annihilation.
He was in Annihilation, wasn't he?
Liu Kang?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was. That's right. He did the choreography to it too. It was Christopher Lambert that was like, "No, I'm not going to be in it."
Yeah, the guy they got for Raiden in the second one. Come on. I like the actor. The guy is an actor, but and then he cut his hair and did all. I'm like,
It would be like if they had Duncan MacLeod kill Connor in a movie. It would be like that. It just wouldn't make sense.
I was going to say, don't even get me started on that. If my son hears it, he'll be down there yelling about it too. My 13-year-old, Matthew, I'm telling you, he is a Highlander junkie. Everything. He even found the cartoon they made in the 80s of Highlander and tried watching it. He watched the whole thing, but he sat there like I did through the whole thing going, We don't talk about Quentin MacLeod. We don't talk about him, he says,
Yeah, no, we don't talk about them. Oh, yeah, no, those things cracked me up when it came to them, but no, Mortal Kombat, getting back on track.
They have the sequels already slated.
Yes.
Which I like because we were all bent that there was no Johnny Cage in this one, in the first one.
He was there. They
only had him at the end as the little, he's going to find him.
Yeah.
And they're making Scorpion kind of the good guy, or should I say anti-hero for that.
Which, again, they've already done that.
Yeah, with the cartoon.
And it's sort of like, I think in the games, too, they had some sort of situation.
Well, they made it so it wasn't really Scorpion and Sub-Zero killing them. It turned out to be Shinnok as disguising him to get the fight going and stuff like that.
Yeah, the games went that route, but I look at the different things, and I'm sorry. I enjoy Scorpion being the anti-hero or hero or whatever he is in this one a lot more than I enjoyed good guy Scorpion from Mortal Kombat Annihilation. It was like, I'm Scorpion. Come on, guys, let's go beat him.
Let's go get him. Yeah.
Like, really?
Let's go fight. I would have liked to have seen like the new Cybot and all them. I mean, I know they got more sequels to come out with them. I was okay with how they did Melina a little bit, but I think they got rid of her a little too quickly. You know what I mean? They killed these characters, like some of the bigger characters. I don't think
the characters are completely gone, though. See, that's the thing about Outworld. The characters, especially with what happened to with what they show with Scorpion, he came back from the dead.
Yeah.
Like, he went to the after. So, they're not all gone.
No, they never are.
Honestly, Raiden, and it's Raiden being Raiden isn't going to go back and get the Earth's mightiest heroes or whatever, Earth's champions. But that Chung Zhao or whatever his name is going to go get them.
Yeah, I like how they did that when he said death is just another doorway and took villains away. So I'm sure they'll be back.
Yeah,
and I like the reptile when they did reptile in there when they were.
Oh yeah, and the way that that just that was awesome. Oh yeah, but what I'm hoping to see is I'm hoping to see the second one be the tournament,
Okay.
And then as the tournament's supposed to be coming to an end, I hope it ends on a basically Earth wins the tournament, but right before it's ready to be gone, Outworld just starts doing its own thing. Sort of like what they were trying to do with
Annihilation.
Well, no, not with Annihilation. Sort of like what they were trying to do with this movie, where they were trying to do their own thing and just defeat it. And I would like to see the third movie basically be another, overall.
Yeah. I could see that. I mean, if they do the characters a little better, the guy they had for Kung Lao, Liu Kang, a little wussy-ish to me. I'm waiting to see when they get if they get Nightwolf and Jade and Johnny Cage and a few more.
You know what's going to happen, don't you?
What?
The first one is what we got. The second one's going to be on the tournament, and it's going to end on the third one with Henry Cavill standing up going, "What's going on?" And Ben Affleck walks in and goes, "I don't know." And then they start, and then Green Lantern comes down, and's like, "Where are we?"
I have that game too. I play that game all the time.
They're both Warner Brothers. Come on, man.
I like the
third one. It's all part of DC's multiverse of DC. That's
God,
Kombat entering it.
If I do that, I'm just gonna. I would probably just take off my Superman shirt and just be like, "Oh, I'm going out of here." I'd be walking right out of the room. I'd be
you'd watch it.
I'd watch it, but I'd still complain the whole time. Oh my God!
And now and at the very end, it shows Darkseid standing there next to him, and it's like, now we know what he meant by the old ways.
Yeah.
It had nothing to do with going and conquering with the 3 cubes. No, that's what he meant by the old ways. Mortal Kombat.
And I know that's not what's going to happen, but now you've planted that seed in the back of my head now, where I'm going to be sitting there watching it like, no.
No, don't do it. Oh, I really hope they cast Henry Cavill. I hope they cast him in the third one. I just hope they cast him in the third one in a different role, just so when you see it pop up, Henry Cavill cast in Mortal Kombat 3, you can be like,
oh God,
no way, no, you're like struggling going to find this video, like no.
Talk about clickbait for nerds, man. We'd be going crazy on that. We're already every time they do something about the new season of The Witcher, I'm already like, is that coming? When's that coming?
Not soon enough.
I know.
When's the new season of anything coming? Not soon enough.
And now they've already halted production for a couple weeks on Discovery for this season because Canada's not Canada itself, but I think the Prime Minister or somebody's lost his mind. Not being anything to our Canadian friends, and but everything is still out of whack, I guess, up there. But I don't know what's going on. They're halting production on this. They showed a new. I read an article yesterday on Robert Pattinson's Batman is back on track, and they're calling it Year Zero instead of Year One. They're doing
I think it should be Year Zero.
Yeah, Year Zero Batman is like how the suit evolves a little bit, what he starts with, what he goes to.
Which Batman Begins was somewhat of a Year Zero, but I'm sorry, I think we can do so much better. I love the Dark Knight trilogy, but I think we can do so much better.
I watch it because it's Batman. I'll keep watching it, but we'll say it's down there on my list of Batmans.
Okay, down there on your list of Batmans. All right, Pizza. We've got Batman.
Yeah.
Batman Returns.
Okay.
Batman Forever, Batman and Robin, Dark Knight trilogy. Where on that list is it? Because to be down, you'd be putting Batman Forever and Batman and Robin above it. To be middle, you'd be putting Batman Forever and Batman and Robin below it.
You see, I also grew up with the Adam West Batman in there too.
I'm talking movies. I'm not talking TV. I'm not talking TV. I'm talking movies.
Okay, if you want to go that way, I could even put those. I have a version of the on DVD of the 1940s serial Batmans. They used to play before movies. I have those too. I would even put them before. I think I would put a few of these.
Really?
I think so.
See, honestly, I would put Batman Forever before them.
Although I will say they're interesting and they're funny, but oh my God, back from the 1940s during World War II, wildly racist. You could hear the comments in there. I'm like, okay, I realize this is history the way it was back then. Not that it was right, but let's learn from what we did wrong back in the day. But I'm just like looking, I'm like, the stuff they're saying in there. Yeah. And Batman carried a gun back then.
Yeah.
So
the whole Batman doesn't kill thing.
That was more millennial.
No, it wasn't millennial. It was 60s and 70s Batman. It was having to deal with the ratings, the comic book.
Well, yeah, the distribution.
They had to be approved. They had to have that little stamp on it to be able to hit the stands. Yeah. So at that point, superheroes didn't kill. And it wasn't until the 80s that they could kill again, but DC decided to go, no, Batman doesn't kill. Like,
Batman's got a moral
his original comics, guys.
So then they threw Deathstroke in there and took care of all that. Batman don't do it, but Deathstroke's going to do the hell out of it.
Deadpool, you mean? Oh, wait.
Yeah, right.
Well, Deathstroke, so much stuff from each other.
All of them. But it's with the comic books. The shows that are coming out, Star Trek. I'm just going to wait and see what they put out next. Whatever's first.
I'm like Bill said last time. Star Trek's Paramount has promised so much stuff with Star Trek, and they keep taking it back. I'm about ready to just not invite them to parties anymore. It's like saying, "Hey, we're having an awesome party. Come on!" They're like, "Okay, I'll be there. I'll bring the dip," and then they don't show up.
And you buy backup dip just in case because they're not coming. You
get to the point where it's like I'm not even inviting them anymore. If they show up, great. I'm not.
I know.
I'm going to wait 2 years for Picard. Come on, guys. I'm sorry, Sir Patrick Stewart isn't getting any younger. If you're wanting to continue this on a little bit, you got to pick up the pace on this.
I mean, I can see the Mandalorian. I know they said was I forget what they said. Why that's taken so long?
They're still slated for the Mandalorian to come out in December.
Are they?
Yeah.
The only thing that really made my day the other day was that they're releasing the next season of Cobra Kai, closer to the end of this year, like after like September, October, November. That just made my day. I was all excited about that. The Witcher, I can kind of wait, but I'm looking forward to some more Yennefer. I started watching that show.
One of the things that did push The Witcher back a little bit was they wanted to go deeper into it. I think Cavill's producing it now. I think he's helping put money up for it. And I was reading something where he was saying he wanted it to dive a lot deeper to get a lot more in depth of the story and the characters. Not just skate like the first season was awesome, but it did kind of skate along.
A little bit here and there,
It was like a skipping stone on the story.
Yeah.
Like you picked up what was going on, able to go. He wanted it to be a flow in the dive type thing. So I think that's why it's taken a little longer. Star Trek, Paramount's just taking forever. I mean,
I know. It's pretty bad when they can put out another fully animated series before,
Well, with COVID, I can understand getting an animated series before a live action. Because you can do all your voices over Skype, all your recordings you can do without having to contact. Yeah. I can understand getting all that. But at the same time, it's like if you're having an issue, bump up production a little bit. Just bump it up a little bit.
I don't know. It's just with everything. It's just the way it's all going. I'm waiting. They finally started putting out series that I'm excited for the next one to come out, and but it's not like it was, back in the day when you knew the new shows were coming out in the fall.
As long as the writers didn't go on strike.
Right. And now these are coming. Okay, these ones are done. Now you got your summer series that were out, and then you could watch them. And you knew how many episodes they were going to be, and you knew when they were coming out and what time they were on.
Unless it was on Fox, then it was a question mark.
Yeah, but now it's completely up in the air. It's like, wait, we're going to do episodes weekly. No, wait, all of them at once. No, wait.
If I'm paying for the service, I want them at once. If I'm not paying for the service, I'm okay with weekly. If you're HBO, I'm okay with weekly because you already set a precedent that you were weekly. HBO, Showtime, that's fine.
Disney Plus. Disney Plus is weekly too, but
I don't like Disney Plus being weekly.
Really? You wanted the Falcon and the Winter Soldier all at once?
I want all of them all at once, yeah. Yeah. I'll sit down and watch it like I watched Snyder Cut. Give me a 5-hour movie.
Yeah, right.
I've got no problem with it. You ask Bill if he's still in here, and he's the last one thing. Ask him if I will sit down. If I will do this, I will sit down and I'll put in Star Trek the Motion Picture on a weekend. Now I got a family, so it's different. But I would put in Star Trek the Motion Picture, and I would not have anything else planned until I put in the last Star Trek movie that was out at the time.
Oh boy,
Lord of the Rings. You can ask Ashley when I'm like, okay, we're gonna watch The Hobbit. It's the extended version of The Hobbit 1, 2, and 3. Then the extended version of Lord of the Rings 1, 2, and 3. We don't watch anything else until we've watched them. If she's like, oh, let's watch it. Let's watch the TV in the bed. Okay, I'm grabbing the Blu-ray, taking it, dropping it in the Blu-ray player in the bedroom, finding the scene and going. I've got no problem sitting there. I got no problem binging, especially when it's something I enjoy.
Oh yeah, I did watch that show that we talked about last week that Val and Harley Quinn and them were talking about, the Nevers. Have you watched that?
I saw there's 2 episodes on there, and I want to watch it, but me and Crashly have been watching Big Bang Theory. I watched Mortal Kombat, and I think it may be something she might be interested in, so I want to start it with her.
Yeah, they
it's only got 2 episodes, so I'm not.
The third one just came out, so
okay. So we can watch it now. Funny story about binging. Bill, used to have at the time. He had Family Guy on Blu-ray.
Oh yeah, I got them.
A whole bunch of the seasons of Family Guy on Blu-ray, and we were getting ready to take a trip. And I was joking. I was.
Okay.
I was joking. We were getting ready to take a trip, to go party with some friends, a few hundred miles away, down in Springfield area. And I was like, wait, I've got a little TV that'll sit on the dash. I've got a converter I can plug the TV into and plug the DVD player into. We can watch it on the way down there. He's like, no.
Oh God.
I was joking.
Okay. Important safety tip, kids. That's why we just got like back in January, I was in my Mustang. I had to hit and run in my Mustang.
Yeah.
And totaled it. But we have a new van now. We got a new van. And it's got the DVD players in it and everything like that. Mm-hmm. And there's actually a screen on the dashboard in the front for like the cameras and the the navigation, the radio, the satellite. If the car's in park, you can watch it on the front screen too. So I'm like, oh, we got to figure out how to get that. I wouldn't be able to watch something while I'm driving. I'd be like, what? I'd be screaming, what the?
He would crash.
Yeah, I know. And I really like this van too.
That's what you said. That's what you said, Billy. You went, no, we will crash.
Yep. He would crash. There you go.
Oh God, fun times. Fun times.
Yeah. But yeah, this show, I watched the first 2 episodes of it, They're saying it's supposed to be really big. It's got what's his name in it?
It don't mean anything.
No, it's got Simon Pegg and
Nick Frost.
that's him. He's in it. He plays a big character in it.
That doesn't mean anything.
No, it's done pretty well. They're saying it's going to be the next like Game of Thrones, whatever.
I hope it is. I really hope it is.
I don't.
But again, that doesn't mean anything.
I know, but I like Nick Frost.
Look at Carnival Row. Carnival Row stars Orlando Bloom. Where's season 2?
I don't know what happened with that. I like that. I used to
I
like
want
that
season
show.
2. Gosh darn it.
Just because of the way they left it. I hate when they leave them on big cliffhangers like that. At least with Penny Dreadful, they closed it. They got the one season, and it was closure. Done. Although they left a lot of things that could have happened with the characters, but there was closure involved. It ended well.
What was the other one that Netflix did? The Lock and Key. Where's season 2 of Lock and Key?
You know what? I haven't watched that yet.
Dude, watch it. It's good.
I gotta start watching. That Val keeps saying to do that too, but
watch it, man. It's good. It's good.
see, I get stuff like I'll watch. Like my next thing is I haven't watched Castle in a while.
Yeah.
With Nathan Fillion. So I'll go back to watching all of that, and I won't start anything new. Val can start all kinds of new different shows, and she'll be watching them, and she'll be like, I'll get practically PowerPoint dissertations on why I should be checking this show out. You know, this.
There's our segment, PowerPoint from Val.
Yeah, that's what we got to do that. Because she can sell a show, let me tell you. Or just wear you down until you're like, fine, I'll watch it. Jesus, you know.
And then you're sitting there halfway through going, God damn it, it's good.
Yeah, that's what I said. I watched The Nevers, and I'm sitting there because I watched it at work, you know, in stuff while I'm doing, you know, I'm working and doing stuff. And I'm sitting there going, son of a gun, I like it. I have to tell her I like it. Shit. But, yeah, she's not feeling well, so she's away. So I know she's not watching it right now. She can watch it later.
I hear you.
I heard you go. Yeah, we watched Crashly's Makeup Live last night. You got a nice little cat collection going on. Talk about collectibles. Why don't you stick
those are my tribbles.
Yeah, why don't you stick with Superman, dude, or something?
Those are my tribbles, man.
Yeah. She said, guess how many cats we have now? I put 1,275.
You were off by one. And apparently Noelle's possibly pregnant again. And I looked at Ashley and I'm like, they're going outside. They're going outside. I'm wanting to get my outbuilding done. I want to get my man cave done. I'm okay having 20 cats outside. Kill the snakes.
Oh God.
I'll put like I'll like have a constant thing of food going out there. Just stay out there and kill snakes. I don't care. I want to get it cleaned out and I don't want to run into a snake while I'm cleaning it out.
When we were in Georgia, I will say some of these southern places in this country, I'm fine with certain things. I've been stationed all over the place. I've seen the wildlife of this planet, you know, from like Panama and the Central America and the Far East and the desert. That's fine. But you don't expect it when you come out in the morning, you open up your door, get your paper or whatever back then, and you got a big honking bullfrog sitting on your freaking front step and geckos all over the place in Georgia. And apparently I scream the same way if I'm attacked by an alligator or a gecko runs across my foot. My back foot. Because I was sitting there, I'm looking outside, I'm looking out my front door. All of a sudden, this little gecko's like right across my foot. I'm high stepping, jumping, and screaming like a 5-year-old girl.
So how many times have you been attacked by an alligator?
Actually, twice. I did not know that alligators can stand up on those legs and run. I did not know. And I'm sitting there with my cousins in Florida, and they're like, it's an alligator. Get in the truck. I'm like, what? He's going to get me. Come on, then. He's just because he's crawling along. I said, I'm flipping him off because we're drinking. Not, Diet Coke is not,
You should have KO'd him.
All I know is that sucker went, what? And he stood up and he started running, man. I dove for the bed of that truck like it was for the end zone, man. You should have seen me going for that. And then Georgians were everywhere. Turkey vultures and like herds of like 30. When something gets like roadkill, you see all these little turkey vultures going across the road at it. They look like a bunch of old Italian folks going for a buffet. It was like they were going right for that thing.
It's okay. He's Italian. See his name. He can say that.
I'm Italian. I can say that. And yes, Deborah, I'll tell Val, you hope she feels better. But yeah, I was coming home from work. I worked on Hilton Head Island in South Carolina down there because we were in Savannah. And it's like right on the border between Georgia and South Carolina. I'm coming out to my car one night, and one of the nurses stops me and says, "You can't just walk out there to your car." I'm like, "My car's right there." She goes, "Oh, okay, okay." She flips on the floodlights to the back where the parking lot is. The 9-foot alligator just laying behind my car, like right behind my car. I'm like, son of a. Yeah, you got to call animal.
How'd you get your car? Call animal control.
You call animal. Anything under 9 feet. You have to pay to have removed. If it's bigger than a certain size, they'll come out and get it. But apparently some of the locals, it's still considered poaching. But if you say, hey, man, there's a big alligator behind my car, they'll come out because apparently alligator is some good eating. I don't know. I've never tried it. But
so let me get this straight. If you're poor and you need to get to your car to get to work, and it's an 8-foot alligator,
you have to pay someone to remove it.
If you're poor,
yeah, and
you need to get to work, you best be learning how to wrestle an alligator then, huh?
You better believe if I was poor and going to work, you would see some definite Batman climbing in through a window to get into my car, and I'd be running right over his little reptile scaly butt.
Grappling hook.
Yeah, right? I went out to my car the same thing. I went out to my car after work, and I'm going to get in. I'm looking, no alligators. I'm going to get in my car, and I'm feeling something bumping on my leg, like something's bumping my leg. I look down. I'm getting bit by a snake. A big snake had curled under my car to keep warm. Thank God it wasn't poisonous. At least they would have found me because they would have heard the high-pitched scream from the little girl coming, like I was getting bit.
Well, I don't run inside and go, man, there's a snake, get it.
Oh, no, I'm just like, ah! Like a 5-year-old girl, I'm screaming.
I went out, I was working on the kitchen sink, and I went out, it wasn't that long ago. It was like a couple weeks ago. I went out to go turn the water off, and it was right after it had stormed, so I wasn't, I'm like, I'll go turn the water off so I can work on this plumbing under here. I go out to the meter, and I pop the top off, and I shine my flashlight, because it's dark, because I work days, so everything you got to be able to do at night.
Yeah.
I shine my flashlight in, and the water meter's full of water, so I'm like, oh, great, so I have to stick my hand in and turn off, and then I just see a snake flopping around. I just turn around, walk in the house. She's like, you gonna work on it? Nope, not touching it.
Nope.
There was a snake out there. I don't know if it was a copperhead, a rattler, a water moccasin, or a garden snake. I don't care. It's where it's at, and it'll do its thing until it leaves.
I remember when we lived in Las Vegas. My first wife and I lived in Las Vegas. Loved it. I'm not a city guy at all for like a big congested area, but I loved Las Vegas when I lived there. And we're sitting there the first couple of days, and we're taking pictures of everything, right? So I go and I'm leaning on the palm tree, giving the little, pose and all for her friend's husband, Jim, at the time. He takes a picture. He goes, don't move. Hold on. We're going to get another one. And, just hold on. And he comes over, and all of a sudden he does something to my shoulder. He flicks my shoulder. I look down. There's a huge black scorpion that apparently lives in the scales of the palm trees. He tootled out and was on my shoulder posing for the picture too, He's like, hold on. He just pops it off like it's nothing, I'm sitting there going,
It could never be Spider-Man, man. It would be like we go. Oh, we're going in to save the day. Yeah, it's Lizard. Nope, never mind. I'm going out. Oh, that's Scorpion. Never mind. I'm going this way. Give me some Rhino or something. Gosh, I ain't fighting them two. Yeah, I'll take a Goblin.
And I know I get it from my father, because my father, where he lives in Georgia, he takes my nieces and nephews to school because they're raising my nieces and nephews. Well, the school is in an area where it's just it's trailers. It's like it's a Montessori school, so it's not like a real building. It's a bunch of trailer buildings. Well, there's rat snakes all over the place out there. And there's one going across the front of the school. My dad's like, whatever. He goes over, he picks it up by the tail and tosses it into the thing, no problem. But my dad is deathly afraid of caterpillars, of all things. The girls in the office are like, "Oh no, Mr. Ron, he's our great hunter. He got rid of the snake. He can do." I said, "Yeah, put a caterpillar on the doorknob. You'll never see him again." So he'll never go near it.
Oh man!
But we all have.
I got a phobia of fish, but no, I don't. I see it's like I'll look. And there's a snake in my yard. I look down. Oh, is it a garden snake? Is it a king snake? Is it a black snake? It's one of those three. I go and I find the literal 10-foot pole, like a piece of a tent post or something, and I reach down and I get it to crawl on it, and then I carry it back to the edge of the property where I know other snakes live, and I'll drop it off back there because they kill the copperheads and the rattlers. They're not poisonous. I'm like, you stay back there. You do your job. Yeah. Cats do their job. I was so proud the other day. I walked out on my front porch. Oh, I don't know if it was Padme, Tommy Boy, or AJ, but one of those three cats, or all three of them, they're doing their job. I walked out. There was a dead snake. There were 2 dead moles. I was like, oh, you guys are awesome. Keep it up. Keep up the good work. Keep up the good work, and thank you for the gifts. I'll go get rid of these. Bring me some more offerings. Yes.
Every now and then, where we live, we'll get like a little mouse in our house or something like that, or a small little mole, or we'll get in or whatever.
Yeah.
And we're all standing there. We had a cat at the time too, and the cat's looking at me like, "You going to get that?" I'm like, "Oh, do your job, man." And
we got one that I swear lives in the vent, the heater vent, the AC vent, because I'll hear them over on the vent on one side of the bed, and then I'll hear the vent on the other side of the bed, and then 2 of the cats will run in and they'll crawl down like they're trying to get something, and then they just get up like they're defeated. Yeah. And then I'll hear it down here, and I'm like, okay, they're toying with the cats is what he's doing.
Yeah. Then my family's giving me crap because I always explain about Alpha Nerd. I'm like, we have families. We've kissed girls. We're bigger guys. I said, she's like, all right, come on, Alpha Nerd, go get us. She goes, where's your Star Trek stuff? You're still an Alpha Nerd, right? I'm like, give me a working phaser. I'll take care of it. Until then, he's fine.
Until he touches my, you can ask that Crasher. There's times where I'm like, if I find out that there's been chewing on my comic book containers,
oh, he's dead.
I'm flamethrowing the AC. I'm gonna pop the cap off and just shoot flames all through the air conditioning ducts.
If I see little chew holes in my comic books, you better believe I'm suiting up in my old military uniforms down there, and I'll crawl through the thing with him. Yeah. I'll be like Bill Murray's character chasing a gopher, man. Let me tell you. Here we go. Here to Gusto. We're gonna get this little gopher right there, yeah.
And the way our lives go, we'd both be doing it, and then that little mouse would be jumping up, going, "Hey, it's all right." Like, Caddyshack.
Speaking of Bill Murray's character and everything like that, Ghostbusters Afterlife. Waiting for that one already? It's supposed to be out soon. Didn't they say it was supposed to be out in June?
Yes. Taking too long.
I was going to say, did I hit a nerve there, Kerwin?
It's taking forever.
I know. I saw previews of it before when they showed scenes and previews, and then I'm like, what the hell? Where is it? I thought I missed it.
I used to want Sean William Scott in the Ghostbusters movie. Then I got Evolution. I'm like, okay, I can live with that.
Wait, Sean William Scott, is that Stifler?
Yes.
Yeah. I can see that.
I used to want to see him in a Ghostbusters movie. I thought it would be hilarious.
What is he even doing now?
Who knows?
Like,
I know he's been doing a lot of producing. He's in a couple things here and there, but it's mostly producing. But I love American Pie. I love those movies.
I did too, but his better role is in Final Destination.
what about that main character in Kick-Ass?
He gets his head cut in half with a hubcap.
Oh, I didn't see all those.
The first movie.
You know what?
The first movie. Did you watch the first movie?
I watched them years ago, and they weren't my kind of horror movie. You know what I mean?
I loved them. If you recall the first movie, it's been years, but if you recall the first movie, when they start understanding that there's a pattern to it,
yeah,
and they're trying to find the next person and say, "Oh, we'll stop it," and the guy was stuck in the car and the train was coming,
yeah,
and they help him get out. Sean William, and then the train goes by and hits the car, and Sean Williams goes, "Oh, we saved you! We saved you! Wait, who's next?" And the train hits a hubcap, and it just flies through the air and cuts his head in half.
Jeez. I actually rewatched The Bride of Chucky the other day. The Bride of Chucky and the Seed of Chucky I watched the other day. I forgot how cheesy those movies were, and I loved it.
Well, the best part about them was the first three weren't trying to be cheesy. But by the time Bride of Chucky came along, they were like, yeah, they're pretty cheesy. Let's go with it.
Yeah. When the two dolls were having sex in that movie, I was like, why am I watching this? You know? I'm like, why am I watching this movie? And then Seed of Chucky, I'm just like, this has got to stop. But I'm sitting there watching it, though. I'm like, this has got to stop.
And then the sequels they made after that were just, what? Like, they got weird.
I liked the one with
They made more after that?
Yeah, they made the one with they made a sequel that brought back the original actor.
I don't think I saw anything after the Seed of Chucky.
They basically Chucky found out that he could
that's right,
his soul into multiple dolls.
Right, that's right.
And,
I saw that one. Okay.
Which speaking of Bride of Chucky, what's her name?
Jennifer Tilly was in at the end. Yeah.
Jennifer Tilly, who plays Bride of Chucky.
Yeah.
She went to school in Columbia. She went to college at Columbia College or Stevens College in Columbia. Oh yeah, it's like all kinds of stuff
of Coyote Ugly, the dad or whatever.
Yeah, it's Coyote Ugly.
No, it's the big guy.
John Goodman. John Goodman.
John Goodman was in St. Louis. He's from St. Louis.
Oh, okay.
But then you've got Kate Capshaw, Indiana Jones Temple of Doom. She used to be a kindergarten teacher 9 miles from here.
Really?
In Ashland. Yeah, she was a kindergarten teacher, and before she moved to New York to follow her to try out a career in acting.
Well, you know that Crafts with Crashly girl went to Columbia College too.
Well, yeah, but we said Stevens College. It wasn't Columbia. It was Stevens.
I could have sworn you just said something else.
I said Columbia, but I changed it because I was wrong. It was Stevens College.
What'd you say?
I was wrong.
Whoa!
I'm glad we didn't get that on camera.
Yeah, right.
Whoa.
Yeah, and
that was Cult of Chucky. I watch it and I'm like, okay, but by the end I was like, what?
The one thing
I had problems with it.
The one thing that gets me the most, that brings my hate of reboots and remakes out, was when they redid Chucky, when they redid Child's Play.
You didn't like Mark Hamill's Chucky?
I did not like it wasn't supernatural. It was a computer glitch. They programmed him funny. I'm like, come on, man.
See, I enjoyed that because if they were going to read
Skywalker wasn't a Chucky?
He played Chucky.
Voice.
He was the voice of Chucky.
He was?
Mm-hmm.
What?
In the Child's Play where
they reprogrammed the bad
where it was reprogrammed. Yeah, where the guy reprogrammed him. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Place in the universe. I enjoyed it because it was one of those situations that it was the original creators who have no control over the Chucky franchise anymore, doing a reimagining of it in today's world. And I could see it now where you talk to kids nowadays and you tell them, are you scared about a guy who was a mass murderer that uses a book or a spell to put his soul in a doll that's going to kill you? They'd look at you like you're dumb. Are you scared of a doll coming to life because the microchip screwed up and killed you? I ain't touching dolls. You know?
Well, it's not really supposed to be for kids anyway with it, but and as Bill is saying, there's a Chucky TV show coming.
Yes, and it's not it. The Chucky TV show that's coming is the Chucky from the original movies. It's not the Mark Hamill one. It's the oh, come on, what's his name? Jeff Durriff.
I forget. No. I can't do it. I won't.
His daughter was actually in Cult of Chucky.
Really?
Yeah.
I want to see some good old-fashioned horror movies, not slasher movies, not, I want to see. They used to make the horror movies that they were scary even if you didn't see the murder. Like, you know what I mean? Like it happened behind a door or off screen. You would hear a scream, but it was the build-up. I think they're just getting a little too lazy, or they got a little too lazy with the gore, the gratuitous boobs, which, sometimes we do appreciate.
It's not so much they got lazy. Universal doesn't know how to hire writers.
Dude, this isn't
okay. Say what?
Guy could have been named Tom Holland just because somebody's name.
There's only one Tom Holland.
No, there isn't. I was saying that the problem is Universal. Universal was the king of suspense movies. And then they tried to do the MonsterVerse, and they just couldn't hire the right writers to do it.
No. I mean, come on. How many Friday the 13th and Halloween?
Those are slasher picks. I was talking monster picks. I was talking Dracula, The Mummy, Wolfman.
Hammer Horror used to do it. Yeah. Universal and Hammer Horror. Hammer Films was the shit back then in the 60s and 70s with Christopher Lee as Dracula. He never said one word except in the very first Dracula movie he did. I mean, he was scary. It was all facial expression and actual acting and, and writing and everything else. And it was just, now the Dracula movie, it has to be some pretty boy with his shirt unbuttoned and the,
sparkling in the sunlight.
Although, as vampires today go, I still say, yeah, I like Damon.
Vampire Diaries are okay. Why'd you have to get that going? She's watching Vampire Diaries again.
Is she?
Yeah.
I'm about 4 seasons into the originals, 3 or 4 seasons into the originals. I like Klaus, but I like the brother better.
Oh my gosh, is he talking about Elijah?
Yeah, he's talking about Elijah.
My favorite too.
Although Rebecca's my favorite, I love her to death. The sister. I can't get into Legacies yet. I tried. I haven't been able to.
It's honestly, it's hard to watch the same thing 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
All right. Good night, Bill.
Well,
it's hard to watch the same thing 3 times in a row, and if you actually go back and watch Vampire Diaries again, then watch the originals again, it's the same premise over and over again.
Over and over and over.
Different. I thought Legacies was more teeny bopper.
Well, it is somewhat teeny bopper, but did I not call? We're sitting there watching Legacies, and I'm like, oh, this is going to happen. She's like, you've seen this before. I'm like, no, I haven't. Yeah, you have. I'm like, yeah, I did watch it. They did the same thing in originals, and they did the same thing in Vampire Diaries.
Watch out. You might lose circulation from your head getting so big. Your head's not going to fit anymore.
Yeah, but I think Elijah is like, he's smooth. When it comes to the vampires, he's smooth.
That's what I said. So who would win? Klaus versus Elijah?
See, I know Klaus has all the powers. Klaus being the hybrid and everything. I watched him.
Okay, original versus original, though. I mean, I don't know, because Elijah has those kung fu sneak attacks.
Klaus would beat Elijah. It would be a beast fight.
Yes, it would.
It would be. But in the end, Klaus would beat Elijah.
Yeah.
I disagree.
He keeps stabbing him with the knives anyway. I mean, Klaus, you can't.
But how many times has Elijah outsmarted?
Elijah is scared of Klaus.
I think that Klaus is afraid of Elijah because Elijah has outsmarted Klaus.
Klaus is afraid of being alone.
Listen, I can't have this debate.
I mean, I liked it. Like when I saw Klaus come in, and what's his name was going to try and overthrow him there in season 1 or 2, where he had all the vampires in the one, courtyard area or whatever, and everybody was coming at him, and he's just like, all right, my turn, and he just whooped their asses.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm like, see?
That's one of my favorite scenes.
Yeah, but has he gotten to the scene where Klaus does that shit?
No, just don't talk to him about it yet.
Sorry, I didn't want to.
That's what I saw. Klaus tore everybody up.
Oh, you're talking about when Klaus was all chained up.
Yeah,
like
he's
he's
like, all right, my
chained
turn.
up and everything, and all of a sudden he's like, all right,
Elijah.
my turn. And then I'm sorry, Klaus would take Elijah. Elijah has to be ninja-like. Klaus would just be like, all right, so you're ninja.
Elijah had some strength against the regular vampires and stuff, because where he whooped that whole group's ass, but he was smooth, because at the end you see him like fixing his cufflinks and fixing his little fixing himself after he did it and shit. I like Rebecca just because I like Rebecca.
NCIS for the 4th time. Wow, Deb. I never got into that show. I can't get into the real shows.
I like NCIS.
I know they're fiction, but if there isn't I have a hard time watching a show that's not an escape from reality. Like I never got into any of the courtroom shows, the cop shows. Like if I want to watch that, I'll watch the news. It's just as depressing. The same stuff comes on.
Yes,
but
vampires are way less depressing.
Yes, I would rather watch vampires, starships, superheroes.
I liked NCIS
Dragons.
I liked the New Orleans one, NCIS New Orleans, but they canceled it.
Why? Because that's where Klaus is?
Hey, if you're going to go with New Orleans vampires, let's go old school and go Anne Rice, Lestat, and Louis.
Vampire Lestat.
I don't know who that is.
Oh,
you need
my God.
I don't know who that is.
Read Interview with a Vampire.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my gosh. Do I need to leave before I get castrated? Jeez.
No, you're fine. Just start off with Interview with a Vampire or watch the movie and then go, I ain't touching it.
No, don't ever watch that movie. Don't ever
watch it. Which one?
Neither one.
Neither one. Don't watch Interview with a Vampire or Queen of the Damned.
Because Queen of the Damned was Vampire Lestat and Queen of the Damned mushed up, and it was sucked.
Are you telling me that a vampire? Like, I'm talking. Interview with a Vampire.
Yeah.
Are you telling me that a vampire movie that stars Brad Pitt,
Tom Cruise
isn't that great to watch?
If they would have did it,
oh come on! Everyone loved it.
Yeah,
everyone loved that movie, and it was a good movie. But still, it's just that they weren't the characters.
No, see, I'm not a reader. I read to fall asleep, and I'll get about 10, 15 pages, and I'll fall asleep. I was actually able, one night, I read the entire Interview with a Vampire in one sitting. She writes so well. She gets the detail in. She kept my interest, and it was a good story. I mean, I loved the Vampire Chronicles.
What do you mean? What are we OMGing about? I'm confused, Deborah.
No, I OMG'd that Crashly doesn't know who Interview with a Vampire, Lestat, and Louis, and Armand, and Marius, and all them are. That's what I was OMG'ing.
I didn't know who Fried Rice was.
It's okay. She used to think that...
Stop it right there. Stop it.
Bogo.
Stop it, both of you.
I didn't say Bogo.
What were you going to go with? I have to know now. Go ahead.
What?
She used to think the Twilight movies were good.
Oh.
She did. Like, she was all like, oh, yeah, let's watch these again. And she was, like, all excited. She's like, I love these movies.
Okay,
She sat down. No, hear me out. She sat down, watched them, and went, okay, I like this, but why did I not see this before?
And it was because that new Twilight book came out.
You figure, how long ago did Twilight come out?
Not long enough ago.
No, about how long? Say 7 years?
No, it's about 10 years.
About 10 years?
Movies. It's about 10 years.
How old is Crashly now?
Stop
How
it.
old was she when you came out? We'll give her a break on that because, there was still tweening involved when they first came out.
Tweening. Young adulting.
Did he just call me a tween?
When Twilight 10 years ago, that's not right.
Excuse me.
She's nearly 30, dude.
Kermit's the
Oh,
tween, Robert.
she's still a kid. She's still a baby to me.
She's nearly 30, dude.
Ew,
Oh my God.
Stop. I'm not 30.
Nearly.
You're not 30 yet. You figure this September I'll be 53. So
Less than a month, I'll be 39.
Ew.
Ooh. I would love to take 39 again.
And then 2 months, after that, she'll be 39 or 29.
Excuse
Oh.
me.
She'll be 29.
Okay.
Nearly 30.
You think about it this way. She's 28 years old. I still have boots from the Gulf War that are older than her.
Wait, did he say boots or boobs?
Boots.
Boots.
Oh.
I still have stuff from the Gulf War, uniforms, underwear, and socks that are older
I
than
was
her.
just thinking, Kerwin has a couple of boobs that are 20
No.
years old.
No. Boobs have come and gone.
Excuse me?
Ah!
The boobs have come and gone and come back. I'm in an A cup now.
Oh.
I was going to say, good save. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, our hero. For all intents and purposes, I don't know no boobs. That's it.
No.
Boobs? What are they? Well, I never.
I'm a nerd. You think we
Yeah,
know what
right?
boobs are?
I'm
Boobs?
pretty sure I like boobs more than he does anyway, so I'm not complaining. What?
I'm pretty sure she's confused.
I would hope so.
I'm not confused.
I just don't like getting in trouble, so I don't comment on boobs as much as she does.
So let's move on to batlets or phasers instead.
You mean which one's she going to use to kill me? Neither.
Yeah.
She doesn't know how to use them.
I know how to use lifesavers.
Oh my God.
She just said lifesaver. She's gonna try to kill me with candy.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Hey, I've been doing that to myself slowly over how many years? Candy's what's going to get me. I made it through Desert Shield, Desert Storm, all that stuff. Came back. What's killing me? Sugar. Sugar's whooping my ass.
There's a reason we call our wives sweet, right?
Till death do us part. I didn't know we were setting a goal. Let me think.
You ever look at her every once in a while and go, Robin moved on.
I found something better than a lightsaber.
What? Lightsabers?
His lightsaber vanished. I'm about ready to throw at least one of the kids away because of it.
It's okay. He has a really old carrot, so.
His lightsaber vanished, and one of the kids made it vanish. But it's the Yoda that trains you.
You have the heat on?
Oh, hold on.
I have the heat on?
That's the heat. That's why it's so hot in here. Listen, I broke this.
I thought that was a fan.
No, that's literally a
I'm sitting over here sweating. Apparently, I have the space heater on.
Look, I walked by this and I can't,
What are you doing?
I broke it.
Greetings, Padawan.
Ah!
For 800 years have I trained Jedi.
Hey, Kerwin.
Oh my god.
This one does the.
Oh my gosh, seriously.
Train me, Master Yoda.
How did you rig this up here?
Help me. Teach me your ways.
That's cool. There's a guy on our street, like around the corner from us. There's a guy around the corner of us has a life-size Yoda puppet, and he always puts him in the window on Halloween. In the window of his store. So it's all freaky when you see this big old Yoda looking out the screen at him.
Oh man, I just our nerd shows. Everybody's going. COVID needs to be over so we can go to concerts. We need our concerts back, guys. Our concerts. I'm like, COVID needs to be over because I'm not getting the shows I want yet.
I know we want that, and we want our convention.
Why the other Yoda? Are you trying to hide the Yodas?
No, they were being
Why
put
was
away.
he hidden then?
Because they were being put away.
Where did he come from?
You gave them to me.
No, I did not.
Oh, that one's cool.
Is that the same one he has?
No, his does. His makes voice.
You guys are really creeping me out with these big old.
I think mine makes noise too. No, that's coming from the speaker.
That was embarrassing. Stop. Okay, then you can keep them.
Here, put them back.
We need our conventions back. That's what we need. We need our conventions back. That's what we need.
Yes, convention.
I don't see why we can't have conventions because 3/4 of us are wearing masks already anyway when we go there. I put on all my Klingon stuff. I could, I'll wear the helmet. The JJ.
I need to make a costume. I want to make a costume. I should make a costume. I don't
what size jacket you wear, Kerwin? What size?
I have no clue what size jacket I wear, so I'd have no way of making me a costume.
Extra large or what do you wear? Extra large?
Extra large, just because it's fitting, because I got a belly.
So much hotter in here.
I have
the fan. Where's the fan that's over
How
here?
do you not feel the heat blowing on you?
I worked for the Anivos company booth once at a convention. And when the JJ Verse uniforms came out, remember those? The first ones. And we put on the Anivos costumes and we worked the booth and we walked around wearing them and everything. At the end of the day, we were getting ready to go. And I'm like, do you want me to get changed? He goes, no, you wore them, keep them. So I have the blue science uniform, like Spock's, and I have a gold Kirk uniform.
Nice.
Anivos. They say 2X on them, but they're more of an extra large. They're a little tight.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think we might be able to arrange a package for Kerwin.
I got a package for Robert I got to send out. Pretty big
That's
one.
what she said.
Yeah, I got
a package for Robert and Val.
Yeah, I got I had this for you. It I ordered this from eBay and it never came. So I called the company and I said, look, it never came. I need one. I'd like the product. I don't want to just send it back. So they sent me another one. And when a month later, this finally came, this one of it. So now I have two, and I already put one in the frame. So I figured you might like this.
Nice.
It's a silk poster from season 3 of Discovery.
Nice.
I framed one, but I figure I'll throw this in the package.
Well, as you know, I've got a batarang for you.
Yeah.
We're going
to start
10-inch Superman pop for you.
Ooh.
That Superman pop I had back here? Yeah, that's going to you.
We got to start. If we get some more subscribers, I don't know what we're up to on our subscribers yet. I know our Facebook page is really coming up there with a lot of people because I'm always getting things that we like. We get some more subscribers and things. We can start doing contests like that here.
Oh yeah, I'd love to. I'm gonna wait till we get more subscribers because can't afford to keep giving the same person a lot of stuff.
As it is right now, I think we'd be Deborah and Bill. We'd be alternating.
Deborah and Bill would be alternating.
They'd be
And I
getting
just tell Bill, you got enough from me throughout the years. You're good. He's asleep. He can't.
Did you show him my Harley Quinn thing?
Oh yeah, I bought Crashly this. I bought me one too.
Wait, what? Did you really? I thought I was the only one with that doodad. Now show
Oh,
the
nice.
box.
She was on clearance at Walmart for $1.
Nice.
Did you show the side of the box?
Yeah, I did. They didn't have any of the other ones. I would have loved to have gotten the other ones too, but all they had was Harley Quinn.
That's cool. I have a picture I drew. I was sitting here drawing one day, and I would just, you know how you get in the mood and you just want to draw. So I drew a picture of Harley Quinn, but I did like Crashly's hair and glasses on her.
Yes!
So I gotta send that to you too.
Alrighty.
Can I show my-
Yeah, get it. We've only got 6 minutes left.
I will.
What's
So
that?
while she goes and gets that, she wants to show her completed Harley Quinn diamond painting.
Oh yeah, I saw her doing that last night. She only had that little section left.
Speaking of Harley Quinn, we get another live action Harley Quinn. Not Harley Quinn movie, but we get Suicide Squad. And she's in
Yeah.
it. So.
Yeah, okay.
Technically has not
Yeah, okay.
been.
Well, when they have John Cena looking, like a giant penis. So I don't know.
He always looks like that, Pizza. He always looks like that.
So
Yeah, you
this
can-
is going
you
to be
can
like
tell us
the
that.
first official completed reveal of this painting.
Oh,
Just
look at that!
saying,
Ooh, we're
Right here, here it is.
like nobody's completed
The
it.
official reveal of a completed
Oh, look at
TSA.
getting a Crafts with Crashly exclusive here. Look at that! I like it.
This
Nice,
is the
nice,
very first time it's been seen.
good cleavage and everything.
Was that the first time I've been seeing?
Definite plus on the cleavage. We're good.
Yeah.
We know nerds love
And
cleavage.
her hips too.
No, nerds are more drawn to the cleavage, I think. The legs, but the legs aren't there.
I just love this so much. I just need a giant frame for it, and then it could be the actual background right here.
Oh yeah, we got a lot of those we have to frame up now too, because we have the completed Jessica Rabbit, we have the Little Red Riding Hood, we have the Chuck-alongs,
Almost.
all of it. So we got
I've got some diamond paintings I'm gonna do, so I think we should do some diamond painting on one of these lives. But I also bought a Star Wars Lego not long ago.
Uh-oh.
So I thought maybe one of these lives we could do a click and chat.
There you go. Put some Lego. I gotta give me some. Ooh,
Just
now-
call it.
A click and chat.
Oh
I
my
just came up
gosh.
with that
I
on the
love
fly.
That's impressive. I really
that
like
means I have to go out and get me some Legos now. Look at that.
Go to Target, use the Target app to check the price because it's how they had a deal going on. If you bought any Lego of a certain price, you got a $10 gift card.
Oh,
So I was like, okay, I'm already buying something else. So to me, that's $10 off, right?
yeah.
So I'm going through and I'm just scanning all the with the Target app. I'm scanning all the Legos all the Lego boxes or whatever, that have that $10 coupon offer. And I pick up Boba Fett's helmet and I scan it, and it was $10 cheaper online. And I'm like, oh, I'll get this. He goes, that doesn't come with the gift card. I'll put this back.
Aw.
So I pick up another one and I scan it. The online price was $12 cheaper than the in-store price. So I got it $12 off and a $10 gift card to use on the other stuff I was buying. So I practically got a $65 Lego set for $45 or less than $45. So I was like,
I have to look on eBay or Amazon or something because I can't find any of the Star Trek Legos anywhere.
well, yeah, those are a little different.
I was finding little sets here and there. Kerwin, you look different.
Thank you. This is how I look fabulous every day.
There you go.
So Luke Skywalker, huh? How about that guy?
Get him away. Get him away. Get him.
How about Damon and Stefan?
Hey, baby, baby.
That's what I thought. And my hand, because I'm a princess.
Oh, get out of here.
Why did she do this and destroy half the bank?
All right. I don't know if I showed you this.
Can you stop knocking my stuff over?
I think that was a thing of pills.
What?
He's
I
gonna
was
steal
joking. I don't know what it was, though.
Sounded like
You
Trace.
broke it.
Show your
It was
face.
Trace. Did I show you this auction find?
The Predator. Nice.
Mhm. The
It's a little,
McFarlane Predator?
little glary. I can't really see it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Got him at auction.
Nice.
Like $11.
Yeah, there's a Predator right now at Walmart, a Predator version, but it's not like that.
No, it's not like that.
No. Yeah, my son came down and was telling me there's a guy complaining about the Snyder Cut right now.
I was watching a video and he was.
It was a video on a rant. He
No,
said
he was playing Sonic and he just.
So we're live. We're live, and
Yeah.
you're watching other nerds.
he's watching another.
No, I came down and tell him because they were talking about
it
the
was a
Snyder
video. They were talking about the Snyder Cut earlier.
Cut. I don't know. I was watching the video.
And
I came down.
he said, "Why does Wonder Woman come into the bank
Please go.
to stop them from destroying the bank, and then does this and destroys half the bank?" So she stopped
You
them
want me to
from.
stop them from killing people, not destroy the bank.
Well-
She didn't care about the bank.
Well, you know.
Well, yeah, he
Let's
had
see
a
the
bomb
Lego.
there.
Let's see the Lego. Ooh, wait, what is that? Is that a troop carrier?
I think it's the Jawa ship.
No, that's not a Jawa.
I can't.
It's from the Skywalker saga.
What's that?
Is that the
Knights
sail
of
barge?
Ren transport ship.
The what?
On the Knights of Ren transport ship. When they're on the
Oh,
same
okay.
planet in Rise of Skywalker.
Oh, okay. That's why I didn't know what it was. I blocked those out of my head.
I never seen it.
I like it. I like
Are you
it.
going to be a toxic nerd? Come on. Don't be a toxic fanboy.
No, I'm fine. I just
Watch the movies with an open mind.
if I
Criticize
was,
them like there's no tomorrow.
if I was a toxic nerd, I'd be doing that sucked. They should have did this. I can't believe she did this. Let's write a nasty email. No, I'm just like to just sit there and go,
Yeah, an open mind.
yeah, you know,
But it comes with Rey,
yeah.
a Knight of Ren, and another Knight of Ren with a different helmet and gun and,
Nice.
and torso and everything. They don't stand a chance though because this is the first Rey that's showing up in my house, I believe, and she's probably going to be able to defeat him like nothing.
There you go.
No training or anything.
I have to go online because I want to find some Star Trek Legos,
Yeah.
but I can't find them in any stores anymore. I have occasionally there was like a little set that would pop up, like the Guardian of Forever. You know,
Yeah.
they had that little or the transporter play set, or there was a Klingon battle cruiser, but they were smaller sets. And I got some of those, but I want to get the even though it's the JJ Verse Enterprise, I still want to try and get that one.
Oh, yeah. See, I'd love to get some of those. I don't know. I figured we could do a click and chat for one of our lives.
There
I
you go.
figured, you know, if you were able to get one, just sit there and go to it from beginning to end, point the camera down, let people watch us make it.
Now I have an excuse. I have to go buy some Legos now. Nicey. You know, it's for the business. You know?
For the business.
Yeah.
And I got these guys on sale, but they're not. I messed up and left them in my car. I think. No, they didn't melt. It's a Jedi fighter pilot
Oh, nice.
and Attack of the Clones. Wyneken Skywalker.
The Wynekins.
And this one, the sun got to.
Uh-oh. Oh, yeah. The little battle droid.
Yeah, and the sun got to it and melted the plastic.
I've been looking all over every GameStop, Target, Walmart, everywhere to find a Cara Dune action figure.
You're not going to find a Cara Dune. They all got bought. They're done.
Yeah.
You're only going to find it if somebody who has no clue who she is gets it in a box somewhere and goes, "Oh, I got a Star Wars toy here. Anybody want to buy it?" That's the only way you're going to find it. And there's
Yeah,
less and less of those people out there because everyone's got a computer in their pocket that they can scan a barcode and it tells them how much it's worth.
Yeah. I got a like there's a couple thrift stores I have around here where the one guy I gotta stop doing it. Like I told you before, I told him how
Are
much.
you still telling him what stuff's worth?
No, I haven't done it in a while. That's why I said I gotta stop doing it. Because if I see a Cara Dune anywhere, I'll keep my mouth shut.
That was her.
You are not going to be allowed to sit at my desk anymore if you can't calm down.
It wasn't me. It was a cat. Yeah, no, I hear that. I hear that. I hear that. But I'm gonna go because the cat's going crazy. She's angry that I'm still on here. She's tearing up my wife's desk and she's getting mad, accusing me of doing it.
Oh, okay.
So later, guys. Thanks for coming. Hope we didn't veer too off for you, but yeah, that's what we do. We're here to talk, have fun.
We talk nerd stuff. Anything
you want to
hear
be part of the chat? Come to the lives. We'll try to hit it every Tuesday night because that's what we can when we can. I know there may be somebody else going on, whatever, but maybe they're too busy. Just catch them on the replay. No, either way, thanks for coming, guys.
Thank you.
Live long and prosper. This is the way.
See you next time.
Nerdsters out.